pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, where we worship Lord Damodara. Lord Damodara is actually the baby form of Krishna, in his baby form, Bala Gopala. He was quite naughty in times of with his mother. He would always disturb the older gopis and younger gopis, and he was very playful, and he would always steal butter. So the gopis would come forward and they would complain and be angry. So one day his mother was feeding him milk with a breast, was feeding milk, and then when he was feeding this milk, he found, and suddenly she heard the milk boiling on the pot. So she dropped him and went to the milk boiling. So Krishna became upset because the mother didn't pay attention to him, and she ran. So when she went there, what he decided was, he went to take what her mother was churning yogurt into butter. So he went and broke the pot. Then he was stealing butter from the top. They were keeping, those days they used to keep the pot hanging on the top with butter. So he went and stole the butter, and he would give the monkeys and everything. So he made a mockery in the whole house. So when that happened, Mother Yasoda, being a mother who has the exchange of mother, she immediately got angry. So she took a whipping stick and chased after him. Then chased after him and ran after him and caught him. And he was crying and rubbing his eyes, and he was upset because his mother, he was scared of his mother, because he's a child, So the mother caught him and said, "You're so naughty, now I'm going to bind you to this wooden mortar, the grinding mortar, Mortar means something that the instrument they used to grind." So he was caught and he was dying. But she took every rope that she could get. Then every time she was trying Krishna, it was 2 inch short. Every time it was 2 inch short. So she was, she was getting tired and she was getting exhausted. Everything was just not possible. Finally, she just, with all her love, she prayed to Krishna. And Krishna allowed her to bind her. So then she managed to have the 2 inch short came to full. She could tie him. So then, that's a day we celebrate Deepavali. So in the Hinduism, there's 3 different aspects why Deepavali is celebrated, but each of these things happen on the same day. So that's why it's called Deepavali, the festival of lights. In the Govardhan Puja is a puja which is done for a hill in Vrindavan known as Giri Govardhan. So this Govardhan Hill is very auspicious, or very, very sacred, that everybody who worships it gets a lot of benediction, spiritual benediction. So what happened was, this hill was there, and the villagers who lived there, they were arranging for a sacrifice for Lord Indra. Lord Indra is the god in charge of the thunder and rain, and the king of heaven. So when he came to, he will always been offered a worship. Every day there's an offer of worship for him, so that he could, be able to enjoy this sacrifice. But then one day when Krishna was still a boy, he asked his father, questioned his father, why do you actually worship Indra? So he gave many reasons why there is no need to worship Indra. So what happened was, then they asked him, so we have made all this preparation, what do we do? So they said, okay, now you offer this to the hill, which is giving narrations to the cows and to us, increasing our pleasure of senses. So why won't we worship that hill? So then everybody listened and agreed with him, and they placed all this foodstuff and had a puja done in the hill. So when the puja was all done and conducted, everything was nicely done, then immediately Indra got upset because some boy took away his puja, so he got upset. So he showered thunder, rain, storm, thunderstorm round, and the village was flooding. So they all ran back to Krishna and said, now you have to protect us. So when they ran back to him to protect, he lifted he lifted this Govardhan Hill. Because Govardhan is a hill, such a big, it's like an umbrella. He lifted it with his tiny little finger on the left hand and held it up for 7 days and 7 nights. So all the villagers, he told them to come under the Govardhan for protection. So Govardhan took care, Krishna took care of them, holding the Govardhan as an umbrella for 7 days and 7 nights under this great storm of Indra. So finally, Indra accepted defeat, realizing that Krishna was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So then he came and took shelter of the Surabhi cow. Surabhi cow is mother. Whenever we say why we don't kill cows and all that, because we accept cow as our mother. Because she gives us milk, she provides us milk and all that. So Lord Indra, he went to the heavenly cows and Goloka Vrindavan cow and asked for shelter. So as mother always gives shelter to the child, so Surabhi gave shelter to Indra. So she went and pleaded on his behalf to Lord Krishna to forgive him. So then Lord Krishna forgave him. Then Lord Brahma said, if you will be forgiven if you worship Krishna by bathing him with the Surabhi milk and Ganga water. So Indra went and collected all these things and bathed and got himself off the offense. The food stuff, it's everywhere the hill is made from food stuff. Unless you are in Govardhan, then they will do the puja at Govardhan. But if you are anywhere else, Srila Prabhupada said that we should make a hill out of food stuff. Srila Prabhupada is our founder Acharya. He said you should make a hill of food stuff and offer arati and worship and take part of the prasada. Okay. So that's it. So by circumambulating Govardhan 7 times, one is delivered from his sins and fulfilled of his desire.